Welcome back to Crown Melbourne, and the 100k challenge continues here at the 2014 Aussie Millions. 4 players remain. First prize $2 million, and Mike McDonald sits atop on our chip count. 3.8 million in chips. Yevgeniy Timoshenko has slipped to 1.9 million in chips. Erik Seidel up to 1, and Doug Polk, our short stack now with around 13 big blinds. As we head back to the action, it is on Mike McDonald. He folds around to Doug Polk. He lets it go. Yevgeniy with Queen 8 offsuit.
It kind of is for me. Like I spend, probably spend more. Like I'm sure you're friends.
Calls out of the big blind, and Erik Seidel checks his big blind option.
Let's not get carried away here.
Not plural.
Blind versus blind. Oh wow! The flop is 8-8-7, 2 hearts.
Excellent. Excellent flop for Yevgeniy. He's just going to check. He's going to lay the trap.
Both players check. The turn, a 5 of clubs.
Erik picks up the bottom end of the gut shot.
Or every hand could be the start of an upswing. You just never know.
And the fact that it went check, and Erik just checked his option in the big blind pre-flop, it's just a green light for Yevgeniy to bet.
Erik Seidel sort of looking curiously here.
Well, Erik knows he's let Yevgeniy lead out at that after checking pre-flop and on the flop.
And Erik has put in a raise. So he's asking the question of Yevgeniy, which is, I'm sure, exactly what Yevgeniy was hoping for.
Go back home to Canada.
And I think Yevgeniy's best line here, is just to call again, check the river and see if Erik will have another big stab at it.
Other than that, probably nothing.
Well, he makes the call, so we will see a river. Yevgeniy just having a little look over to Erik Seidel.
I'll play like World Series main.
And the river is a 4 of hearts, so Erik does strike bottom pair, but Timoshenko with trip 8s, and he checks again.
Well, every draw just got there. The straight draw, the flush draw. And Erik has some type of showdown value. I mean, the fact that it's raised and called on the turn, I mean, you can't think his 4's good.
And Erik Seidel will check, so Erik doesn't fire again, and he takes a good look, turns over his cards, and Timoshenko will take a nice pot from Erik Seidel.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, like, this is so big. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
The pot a little over $500,000. Erik really starting to slip into the danger zone. And Timoshenko takes some more chips.
I believe.
And a little smile to go with it.
For value betting against like Jack.
My run today in the tournament has been pretty incredible. I started with only 65,000, which was only 11 big blinds and probably made me the shortest stack in the tournament. And then I just never really lost all ins. I got lucky in the right spots. I picked up the right cards at the right time, and now I'm at the final table, which feels really incredible.
Never really lost all ins. It's a good way to win a poker tournament.
Indeed. Mike McDonald sits atop our leaderboard with 4.4 million in chips. Yevgeniy with 1.4, Erik Seidel with 1.3, and Doug Polk, the short stack, 5 big blinds, 465,000 in chips. Can he make something happen now?
He's had a rough day on the felt, Doug. He started with a very good stack at the start of this final table, and he's just bled and bled and bled.
Erik Seidel picks up pocket queens and raises 160,000. Round to Doug Polk, who hasn't played many hands.
And this is rather unfortunate. He's got a legitimate hand and he's run into a monster from Erik.
He raises pot, Erik puts the rest in, they get it all in, and it will be Doug Polk, who once had a very big chip stack, who's kind of come on hard times. He's now at risk of being eliminated in 4th place. Needs a lot of help. The flop, Jack 5, 7, no help.
This hand just played itself. Doug was short, ace 10 suited, Erik with queens. Doug needs some help.
Erik Seidel commanding the turn, an 8 of diamonds.
Picks up a gut shot to go with his ace.
Ace or 9, will the river save Doug Polk? Or will he be eliminated? The River, a king of hearts, and Doug Polk is eliminated in 4th place. He takes home $860,000.
Good luck, guys.
It was tough for a little while because I was between the 2 big stacks, and I was kind of like the 3rd in chips. So basically, when there's like a lot of guys that are short, it's very difficult for me to play pots because they have way more leverage against me than they would against like the short stacks. So I wasn't really in a situation where without like having hands, I'd be able to like do much, and I just wasn't able to find any good spots.